Hey, what's up, guys? I have an epic video for you today. It's from Matt Walsh, who's listed as a Nashville father of four, which, he is. He's also Matt Walsh, and it is some absolute truth bombs about COVID that he is presenting to a Nashville school board, right? He is out there dropping some facts down on the school board in response to their mask mandates. Now, we're going to watch the video. I had to edit it very, very slightly to comply with YouTube's very free speech approach to COVID. So forgive me for that. I hope you'll appreciate the edits that I've done. Because look, I wouldn't want to be out here spreading any misinformation or going against the experts. So very little bit had to be kind of toned down, but I think you'll get the idea really quickly. Let's jump into this. I'm Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I'm a lawyer. I'm also a legal and political commentator on YouTube and on Odyssey. Wherever you're watching, go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, make sure you don't miss any videos, okay? I've got this thing queued up. By the way, this video, this tweet will be linked down in the description if you want to watch it on your own. You can catch the little part that I had to edit out and stuff like that. It'll be really easy to find. But, again, YouTube has very specific terms, and I don't want to violate those terms on the platform. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and watch it. And remember that YouTube is a free speech platform, but they just have some reasonable restrictions on what can be said about certain topics. And we want to go ahead and honor those reasonable restrictions about how we discuss things, because it's very free speech, right? Here we go. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video, that wonderful exercise in free speech that just it's free, but it just comports with YouTube's very reasonable policies about, certain medical information. And again, would never want to presume to go against YouTube's policies in any sort of way. So we had to just make that minor edit, but you caught most of that, right? You caught the gist of what Matt Walsh was saying, and that's pretty important. I love that he brought those facts straight to you, straight to the school board, and everything else. Look, it's just a reasonable restriction. Look, it's still free. You still have free speech, right? It's just a they're just little things that we have to talk about or have to avoid from time to time. Because, YouTube is a group of people and they have zeros of people on staff who know the accurate medical information. And so therefore they're developing very reasonable policies about what we can and can't say. And it's really important to honor and respect those policies and give them the deference. I mean, it's still free speech, right? Like they're not stopping you from saying stuff or like spreading any sort of information around at all. They're not doing that. I mean, they would never do that to facts or anything. It's just free speech, right? It's free with some minor caveats here and there, because that's still freedom. You have to understand. But I mean, that's how free speech has always worked. That's what it is, right? So, hey, thank you guys for watching. I'm glad that you were able to get this information straight from me. From me, Matt Walsh, by proxy through me. I was happy to deliver it here on a very friendly platform with very open to free speech and stuff like that. Because, with some reasonable restrictions, of course, reasonable restrictions are the definition of freedom that, everybody's heard of. Of course, restrictions are still free. But I just wanted to bring that to you and thank you for hanging out with me on it. Because, if we really, really wanted to get into a discussion of what freedom is. Some people say that YouTube is opposed to the spreading of information, even factual information, even backed up statistics. But as demonstrated, I was able to show you pretty much everything that Matt Walsh said, and you heard of the facts that were in there. You heard the reasonable things that he said. But there were some things. No, they were all facts. And so I didn't edit any of those out. That's right. YouTube just, they let you send out verified information. That's definitely, it'd be silly if YouTube would require me to censor an entire video about COVID just because maybe there were some facts in there that don't comport with a popular narrative. Like, that would be crazy. That wouldn't be free speech. Free speech would just be if you're just required to censor out just the little bit, just the little bit that YouTube's full staff of epidemiologists and virologists have come to determine might be dangerous information. It wouldn't be that YouTube has made a political choice about what information could come out. That would be wild. That would be the definition of censorship and propaganda and maybe like a government private collusion that would be going on. That would be crazy. Like if a particular political party that had power were to have influence over YouTube and what exactly constitutes as approved messaging on a very important topic like COVID, and that if that would be crazy. But they don't have that. They have their own staff of medical experts who've made very careful determinations and said, just non-factual statements or just outright malicious misinformation, that would be banned. It's not like there's information that came out early that was banned and then that information was later verified and it was still banned though, even though the administration admitted it and stuff like that. That hasn't happened either, because that would just be ridiculous censorship to push a political narrative too. And none of that would ever be going on, right? Because it's a free speech platform. Susan Wojcicki won an award. She got an award on this, right? So definitely not there. So look, I had to do the very minor edits. Again, you probably didn't even notice them when you were watching the video, I'm guessing, because they were very minor. I only had to take out the very little bits of I don't want to call it unapproved speech because that would sound like it wasn't free, but just those little bits that run on the edge. I got to be really careful about this. So, hey, thank you guys for watching though. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the epic truth bombs that Matt Walsh was dropping in there. Very, very cool. And tell me if you noticed the censorship at all, because I think I did a pretty good job covering only the minimum amount of this video that YouTube would not allow me to show. and or the audio mostly. I mean, I played the video, but I just edited out the audio portions that were not allowed to run on YouTube. So, just drop a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about that. If it bothered you in any way. I mean, because this is a free speech platform, and YouTube has always been for free speech, and they would never collude with like a government entity to push a political narrative. That would be crazy talk. That wouldn't be free at all. All right, guys, catch you soon. Peace.